welcome back to Tales of Arise, where we are now the unofficial, undisputed liberators of Dahna. So good on us. Good on us. That is it now. We've taken down all of the Renan lords, and yeah, we've got to find out what the second half of the game entails and has us doing. So this next part, anyway, we have got to look for a food thief in the castle just behind us. But before we do that, let's just quickly check out the skit, veering off script.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate?
Oh dear. Let's fast travel there. Where is it? No. I think it's here.
Gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point, but...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
My thoughts are kind of echoed there as well. Okay, where would this guy be? How would we find this thief? Through here? Oh, hello?
Very well.
Alright, you're clear. You can leave.
Well...
Somehow I'm both surprised and not surprised to see them here.
Hey.
So you're the guys hoarding all the rations.
Pardon me?
What are you doing? Get back to your position. Excuse me? I'll only say it one more time. Get back to your position. What is this guy's deal? Any slaves who disobey orders must be put to death. So says Lord Volron. What?
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. They must think we're just Dahnans from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Volron soldiers. Watch
Were they on their lunch break or something while we were liberating this place?
They must be tired of killing me. I'm merely doing what I can to help. Glad you're on our side, Silver. An astral...
That's my cue!
Smash you!
Shut him down!
Sword Alpha!
Can you take it?
Oh, come on.
Where are you going? Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Dance in the wind! In here!
Negative gate!
I'll be safe!
There we go.
Stalagma!
So it wasn't a Dahnan stockpiling the rations, but some of Volrun's soldiers hiding out inside the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether to be relieved or freaked out about it.
Hey.
What are you guys trying to accomplish? Are you out trying to get vengeance for Volrun? What's going on here? Something's weird about all this. Are you men aware that Lord Volrun is no longer around?
You don't say.
These soldiers seem to think only of the orders that were given to them. Their mind is completely blank otherwise, just like the Dahnans here. Looking back on it, I did feel like these soldiers we fought here before were mindless. If that's true, then they haven't been hiding out here. They've just been going about their business as usual. I guess so. Everyone here was Volrun's slave, both Dahnans and Renans alike. That's the kind of realm he was running.
Well...
But that doesn't explain why all hell didn't break loose when these guys, once Volrun was gone, like we've seen elsewhere. A month has passed since Volrun vanished. It's entirely possible things may have started to crumble at the fringes. But the fact that they haven't to any degree has allowed these soldiers to carry on as though it was business as usual. Whatever the reason, we can't just let these guys keep walking around. We should bring them into the barracks for the time being. I agree, but I don't know if we're going to come quietly. Listen to me carefully, men. I am Lord Dohalim, Il Quaris. I have an order for you. Lord Dohalim, but sir, we serve...
Well?
Lord Vol has left this realm and is no longer its ruler. Therefore, in accordance with Renan law, you must all pledge your allegiance to me.
How?
So, you expect us to serve you now, my lord? If you respect the Renan rule of law, then yes, that is precisely correct. Of course, we shall follow your orders, Lord Dohalim.
Oh, wow!
Holy crap, I can't believe that worked.
So then.
This should suffice for the time being. Let's bring these men to the barracks and then speak with Ganya once more. Oh, man.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
Actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, solve the problem, and that's what counts.
So where are we going? We going outside? Yes.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Oh, let's check out the Salty Mood.
Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Nagal would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Very good. Oh, did we miss that other skit now? Oh, that's a shame.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Dahnans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Dahnans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
Jeez.
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Dahnans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegus aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dahna.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, It's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Dahnans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Heartfelt shield.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Very good. Okay. Fine. Yeah, let's see if there are any other problems that we can solve. So around here... Actually, can we take the lift? Pelagian. Oh yeah, we can just fast travel there.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Ooh.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
That was so scary, really, really scary.
Wow.
What's wrong? Why are you so afraid? I heard all sorts of strange noises like crackle, roar, splish, splash, howl, whoosh, and boom, bop outside of town, and... You left the town? Never go wandering outside when it's not safe, you hear me? Easy, Renwell, kid. Easy, Renwell, kid. You probably spotted a Zoogle. Did you see anything that made that crackle and roar sound? It was red crackling and roaring. Red, oh, I get it. He must mean he saw fire coming out of it. Fire, of course. So that would mean the splishing sound is water, the howling sound wind, and that booming sound was you, Renwell?
Hey!
Why's it gotta be me? Because you're always loud and booming when you're dropping lightning on me when you get mad. This little kid wouldn't know anything about that. Boom, boom, you're a boom, boom, lady. You see what I mean? Even he agrees, and he hardly knows you. You two have had quite enough teasing me there's a dangerous Zoogle on the loose. Are we gonna make the scary thing go away, lady? Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Got it!
Us grown-ups will take care of it. If you saw it outside town, do you think he was in Lavta Marshlands? Whatever it is, it sounds like it's gonna be a pain. Go get him, Barky boy. Is that your nickname for me or something? Master of Nature. Great, so I'm guessing now we'll have access to probably the wider world and we can start doing some of these quests. Some of these side quests. Let's go this way. Oh, there it is. Sad glasses. 29 owls.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Oh man, we so gotta go back to that owl forest. Oh, Gordeno.
Oh?
Oh, you again. I wonder what's today's recipe will be.
What?
You're getting ahead of yourself, young miss. Ah, come on, Gordeno. We all know where this is heading.
Yeah.
You have me there. Indeed, I've come across an incredible recipe buried deep in the bowels of Pelagian's mighty fortress. Whatever it is, I don't think it'll ever satisfy you, apparently insatiable hunger to hunt for recipes in places like that. Well, as it so happens, I met a sailor back in Mahak-Sar. He let me borrow a boat, and there I was before I knew it.
What?
You rowed that boat all the way here? That's right, but more importantly, what I found in that castle was forbidden recipes, sealed away since ancient times.
What?
Forbidden, you say? What reason could anyone have for locking it away all these years? I haven't the faintest idea, so that's why we must make it, so we can find out. And so I ask you all to gather me the ingredients once more. However, being such an old recipe, its directions are written rather obtusely. It calls for something white, soft, and fluffy, stimulating powder, neither swine nor hare meat, and finally, also something white, soft, and fluffy. Does it ask that twice? My guessing is that one of them simply refers to rice.
Nice.
Or maybe the recipe's calling for double the normal amount of rice? Sounds okay to me. I don't think they'd write it like that if it were the case. I'm pretty sure all of these ingredients can be found in Ganatharos. So, can I count on you to go fetch them? We'll keep our eyes peeled.
Sorry.
Actually, we're
Yes.
more than happy to handle it.
Just
What she
great.
said. Ooh, dependable as always. Then I shall let you two get back to work. Good luck. Soft and fluffy. Well, we've got some rice, haven't we? We won't give this one priority.
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible.
Okay. So we've got some quest stuff to do, guys. Oh.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganatharos.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Alright.
You see anybody around
Let's
here?
talk
who
to
could use our help?
this
We
girl.
can't chase after every little thing.
Here we can. Hey, you're those liberators. Can I ask you to help me with something? Huh? You sound a lot more lively than most people around here. I am, and it's all thanks to those boomies.
Wow.
You mean those tiny little zoogles? Yep, those are the ones. Every time I see one of them, I can't help but think about how freakishly cute and adorable they are. If more people could see them up close, I bet they'd start to feel better a lot faster.
Yeah.
You really think so? I mean, I guess they're pretty cute for zoogles, I'll give you that. I know, right? The way they stare at you with those beady eyes, those little fangs that can chew through anything, I love everything about them. You're crazy. Those things are scary as hell. They never shut up, and they like to throw that dirty stuff at you. Ugh.
Huh?
That's all part of their charm. I could look at them forever and never get tired. So I guess what I want to ask is, could you defeat a handful of them outside of town and bring them back here for me, pretty please? Okay.
Got it.
Sure, no problem. If it'll help get these people get better faster, we're happy to try anything. Do we really have to beat them up if you just want people to admire them? I hate to do it, but you know how naughty those boomies can get sometimes. It's really for the best this way. Anyway, thanks for helping. Can't wait to see what you guys bring in. Pelagion Zoogle mascot. No, we won't give this priority.
Boomy. Boop.
Gotta defeat 5 boomies.
Boomy.
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay? Oh.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Seriously?
Terrible opening, lol. But let's roll with it. What up to... what do you mean, what is up?
Well,
I just mean, like, how's your work? Are you making progress? No, I'm not making progress. Is there a problem? Yes. Is there a specific reason why your work isn't going so well? I don't have any materials. Where did you get the materials before? From the zoogles in the castle. From the Zoogles? Jeez. Goes to show just how low Volran's soldiers used to stoop. But his forces are all gone, so how are you going to get the materials these days? I'm not, because there are no Zoogles.
That's
I suppose without any Renans left in the castle to keep them contained, the Zoogles got out on their own. So they got loose and turned into feral strays. I'm surprised they didn't wreck the city on the way out. But getting back to this guy, if we don't help him out, he's probably going to just stand around not getting anything done, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely. Then I guess that means we better go out and find those materials he's looking for. It probably won't solve his problem forever, but at least it'll give him something to do once he has them. Oh, we can just hand these over.
Law.
Wait a second, Law. When you say you got your materials from the Castle Zoogles, are you talking about this stuff by any chance? Yes, that's right.
Yeah!
Oh, that was easy. Problem solved. Aren't you lucky?
Huh?
Oh. What? That... Thank you.
Oh, wow!
Whoa. You said that all by...
Alright!
No need to thank us, man. Just make sure you put that stuff to good use and do a good job now, okay? Yes, I will do my best. Oh, well done. Well, that's one person we've helped.
I wasn't expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory bit by bit.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You did good, Law.
You did good. Get out, you did good.
Thanks.
Alright, let's check this out. Hey, what the hell happened to him? He's no longer with us. He always looked like he was struggling with his health, but still, he was so close to finally living a normal life like a normal human being too.
No way!
Does he have any living relatives? Just his mom. I think she lives at the area over there.
Alright.
Got it. I'll break the news to her. Oh man, what happened to him?
Having to inform her mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
She works at the inn? Well, this has an inn now, that's
Looks
good.
like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Yes. Tofu, look at that. Wait, is that what we need? Do we need tofu? For the recipe? Let's see if we can make anything here. Oh my days. Ho 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 ho. Atonement Edge. Look at that. It's goddamn golden. Supreme Ground Fang. Supreme Gale Wing. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, look at that. Where did we get the Titan Fangs? Oh man. Yeah, we're a little bit away from getting that stuff. Where are we supposed to be going? Level 2, I guess.
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have some bad news. It's your son. He's...
Yes.
It's okay, I know. You do? Then what are you doing? I have work that must be done today, since my son can no longer work. It's like this here too, huh?
Alright.
Forget about your work, or better yet, think of tending to your son as your task for today. Very well, I'll get to work. Oh my word.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Yeah, let's follow her.
We've reached our destination.
Oh wow, she buried him already.
Yes.
Then I'll get started. Bring me some fire. Wait,
What?
you intend to burn your child? That's right, that's how you do it. I don't understand. Wouldn't a more formal funeral procession... I don't understand. Wouldn't a more formal funeral procession be more appropriate? I'm sorry, have I done something wrong? Tell me, do you have no custom where relatives of the deceased may say their final farewells? Not really. How could we have on Dahna? Up until recently, our people were too busy toiling away to think of burial rites. Among Renans, it's customary for relatives to send their remains out into the heavens. Why not introduce such a practice to Dahna? We believe that in doing so, the deceased spirit shall join the flow of astral energy that travels the cosmos. We could never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Surely something should be done to honor their memory. But death is a part of everyday living for us Dahnans. You really think we're going to ship bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply felt that something more ought to be done. When the Rena still ruled over us, you didn't even know if it was safe to build gravesites. As bodies decompose, they can spread diseases. We didn't even have any other choice in how we could bury our people. Rinwell, don't think for a second I've forgiven everything that the Renans did to us. Tell me, Athen, do you know why none of us have last names like them? Let me tell you why. It's because we outnumbered them, and they denied us our culture and stopped us from uniting against them. Enough. Your people steal so much from us as it is, and on top of that, you have the gall to try and make us live like you two. If you hate it here so much, why don't you just turn them all hollow? Huh? That's enough. No more. Lenegus could strike at any time, and here we are fighting amongst ourselves. We're all well aware of the suffering and hatred we each harbor, but if we're going to coexist, we have to recognize each other's differences. That's what we're all working together to achieve, to bring an end to this whole system and to begin to live together side by side. That's what I believe, and that's why I'm here. If any of you think differently, then be my guest and leave. I'll break down every last barrier, even if I have to do it alone. Indeed. I sincerely apologize. I consider you a true friend, but it would appear that I have yet to reckon with our people's dark history in earnest.
I'm afraid
Rinwell,
not.
I completely accept the blame in all of this. Words cannot express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for lashing out at you as hard as I did, Dohalim. I guess I'm still working through a lot of emotions. I know you were only thinking about what was best for her son, too. Rinwell, I'd like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps that will help us begin to bridge the gap.
Huh?
Sure, I don't mind. Could you maybe teach me about Rena, too, then, please? You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad you were able to patch things up. We've lost enough good people along the way as it is. Sorry for the distraction. Let's lay your son to rest. We'll do it the Dahnan way.
Good.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for granting me the task. Don't mention it. It's the least we could do for you as his mom. Well, because of all of you, my son is at peace now.
Right.
Rest assured, we intend to build a future for this world that will make him proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alvin.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see
Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
my decision to travel with you was well made.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Oh. No, I don't fancy fighting those guys now. Rest at the inn. We could go and defeat that Zoogle. But first, I'd like to do some traveling. More specifically, some fast
We
traveling.
should be able to cook here.
Oh, actually, let's just check out the skit first.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
Okay, let's camp.
Better get everything ready for tomorrow.
What have we yet to cook? We cooked roast chicken. Cheese fondue. Made ice cream. Apple pie. Let's make a cheese fondue.
It feels kind of surreal to make people happy with something I made.
You okay, Shion? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese fondue that you made?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more excited about food.
You're not feeling sick, are you?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing like that. It's just...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate and pour the cheese on top of it instead.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese you want. There's also something to be said for enjoying how it all turns out. It's fun.
That's fine and all, but I wish the plate-to-mouth time was shorter.
She's all business.
I understand. You don't like having to put in so much effort into eating something, do you?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, you're a way less fussy eater than you look, Shion.
In my book, there's no one right way to eat a meal. Tuck in, take your time, be dainty or devouring. As long as you enjoy the food, that's what counts.
There's no need to stand on ceremony while we're out camping in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, don't mind if I do.
I've never seen someone dump that much cheese on a meal before.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Who's it gonna be? Alright, let's start off with Shion.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time to talk? There's something I need to ask you.
Of course. What's up?
It's about the doll I used to have as a little girl. I gave it some more thought, and I still don't remember actually receiving it from anyone.
You were so little. I don't think it's that surprising you've forgotten, is it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That doll was so old, I'm starting to think I just always had it with me from the start. I know that it's extremely unlikely, but after last time we talked, it got me thinking. Maybe you brought the doll that child made with you to Lenegus.
I couldn't be.
Are you saying you didn't? Look, logically speaking, I know it's a lot more likely that you didn't bring it with you than you did. But you can't say for sure you didn't, right? Crazier things have happened. I always thought I'd be alone, only to end up meeting you, and Law, and Rinwell, and Kisara, and Dohalim. Sometimes things happen in life that we never thought possible.
You make a good point. I left everyone and everything I knew behind 300 years ago. But now, I'm not so alone anymore.
Exactly. You crossed all those centuries to find all of us, so...
Why can't a little doll have made the same jump too?
Right? Look, it's up to you to decide if there's any meaning behind all of this. But I choose to think there is.
Yeah, I think so too. There's something beautiful about the whole thing that simply can't be denied.
That's very curious.
I think it's time we go to sleep.
So Shion seems to think that her doll
Did you get
is
enough
actually
sleep?
a Dahnan doll that Alphen took with him to Lenegis. That's something. Alright, let's see. Oh god, we still can't travel back. Oh, okay. Let's head back to town. Back to the inn.
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
Yeah, I know we've just
What?
rested, but... That didn't look good.
What's that noise?
Alphen, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Uh-oh. That does not look good. What? That doesn't look good. So is that thing like sucking the lifeblood out of Dahna and sending it back to the
What's happening to
Lenegis?
Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dahna.
Not just into Dahna, but our own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dahna is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, She appears out of nowhere bearing a sixth core. She then forces the two of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renan top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Heros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cislodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but no... Not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dahna, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
Indeed, one thing at a time. Let us... Who are we asking first? This guy? When that thing dropped out of Legolas, the sound. My oh my, I thought the mountains were collapsing. No, he doesn't have anything useful to say. This guy? You trying to find a way out to the other realms? Can't say I've ever heard anything. If we knew about anything like that, we wouldn't have had to hunker down in Thistlelim. Are you trying to get to the other realms? Without a sturdy boat, there isn't much you can... Wait, I take that back. I remember one of the elders who recently started talking a little mentioned something. Apparently back in the day there used to be a way to get through fallen mountains, but not anymore. What could it have been? Mountain pass?
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Right guys, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we're going to be searching through the... searching for a path to the fallen mountains. But that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.